I was muted. Okay. Hi. This is my first time live. Bear with me. We're going to react to the latest Better Call Saul. Okay. So welcome to my channel. I mostly talk about Better Call Saul. We are going to get into this latest episode, Breaking Bad. The episode is literally called Breaking Bad. Let me test something real quick. Let's see if we hear this audio. Let's try this. Let's try It Wasn't Me, It Was Ignacio. Are y'all hearing this? Let me hear. I don't think you can hear this audio. You guys can't hear this audio, can you? This is highly annoying. Okay. So as I troubleshoot that, welcome. So I am UD Reviews. I'm here with Miss Kimmy Wexler. Hi, Luis Escobar. You can't hear? I'm going to figure it out. I will figure it out. But oh my gosh, I loved this episode. This is what I've been waiting for. And I have a lot of thoughts and a lot of emotions. Let me try to stop sharing that screen. Before we get into that, and hopefully I will figure out the audio troubleshooting, I do want to do a live stream with other Better Call Saul content creators, and I'm still trying to figure out all that stuff. I just got a new job, so things have been hectic. But go ahead and type in the chat, what did you guys think of this episode? Because I feel a ways. I feel a ways about Jimmy. This episode makes me feel a ways about Jimmy, and I want to go over each scene without getting copyright claimed. Okay, let me see if I do this, can we hear the audio? Okay. Actually, let me try. It wasn't me, it was Ignacio. Okay, let's see if you can hear it now.
And one more thing. Oh, it wasn't me, it was Ignacio. He's the one.
Hear it.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Ay, siempre soy amigo. Siempre soy amigo del cartel. Shut up.
Okay, so for now, this is how we're going to do it. I have to share it in a very awkward way. So what I want to do is what I typically do in my videos. By the way, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We got to get it up. By the way, it's thanks to all of you new subscribers that I'm even able to go live, that YouTube allowed me to have the function. I want to actually go through the actual show, but we can't play clips.
And then we're done.
Can you guys hear it?
Saw government.
I hope you guys heard that. We can't play the clips too long because then AMC is going to copyright strike me. But shout out again to Gary20O because he won the Amazon gift card for our 100 subscriber giveaway. And I will do another subscriber giveaway. We really need to get to 1,000 subscribers. But okay, since the audio is working, let me check one more time. Let's make sure you can hear this.
I need you to say it. We're done.
Let me check. Okay, it's working. I just had to check it's working. Hey, big ass flower, welcome. So let's just react to this little bits by bits. What were you expecting, first of all, when it said Breaking Bad? Oh, first and foremost, let's look at this intro. Hold on. Wait, okay. I think, so right away, when he had the bag over his head, and you could hear the clang, 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 clang in the background, I knew we're in the RV. I was like, oh my gosh, it's the moment. It's the moment where Jesse and Walt kidnap Better Call Saul. And I knew where we were in the timeline. It was really cool to just see. It felt kind of like, like extra footage, like the kind of footage that they would have filmed originally, but had to get cut. Except we know that they refilmed this. You can kind of tell because you could tell the RV was not looking like the RV. You know what I mean? Like the RV, the floor was looking a little too clean. So you could tell that they refilmed it. Okay, I want to talk about this intro.
Oh! Oh, no, 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 no! No! It wasn't me! It was Ignacio! He's the one!
And we know immediately after that, like, this is what he says, right? Right. So it was cool to see that angle. But oh, you guys couldn't see what I just played. I'm still new to this. But let's talk about this intro. Look at this. Look, listen. Look. Okay. This is really important. Let me make it bigger. Okay. So first and foremost, I don't know why nobody's talking about this intro. Like it is, okay, maybe I'm just nerdy. This intro change is really important. When we started this show, Big Ass Flower, you love my channel. Thank you so much. So when we started this show, this intro was kind of replicating Gene watching the VHS tapes of his Better Call Saul days. And if you paid attention, every season that, hold on, let me write this timestamp. I'm trying to, I need to record the timestamp so that when people watch the replay, they know what we're talking about. Okay, so every season, the intro, you know, it gets more and more vibrant. No, yeah, it gets more, something with the color changes every time. Up until now, what we get is the beginning of it, and then the record stops, the VHS stops. Now, in this episode, why I said pay attention, listen, and look is because, I don't know, if you're like a Gen Z, maybe you won't understand this, but millennials and older, you know what it sounds like. You know what a VHS sounds like when you're recording over something. And you can see here, oh, you can't see my mouse, but you can see in the upper left-hand corner, it says record. Like we are literally writing the next story. Gene is no longer watching the past, and we as the audience are no longer watching the past. We're now writing the future. That is why it starts playing the tape and it stops. Not only that, it's recording over it. It's recording over the old stuff. Why are we recording over the old stuff? Because we are rewatching the old stuff. We are watching, literally in this episode, we are rewatching Breaking Bad scenes from a brand new perspective. So just from the intro, I was excited. I was like, oh boy. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, what we gonna get? We gonna get something good. Okay, so let's go to like the next part. Now, y'all, I am literally playing from the horrible app that I hate. So we cannot just watch it, okay? So I'm gonna kind of freeze frame and skip through. Now this part with Francesca, and she's like, she doesn't pumping the sink. I was confused. I was like, are you a landlord? Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this stuff? And I still kind of don't know what she's doing, but then she's driving around, she's being followed. And oh gosh, when I saw this guy, let me make it big. I was like, oh my gosh. So this freaking guy, and if you don't know who he is, let's see if I can refresh your memory. Please bear with me. I am new to streaming, so I'm still trying to figure out how to make sure I can share exactly what I want to share and the audio playing. But if you don't know who that is, what's his face? William Oakley. If you don't remember who he is that lawyer. he was like always like kind of bickering. Always kind of bickering with him. Always kind of bickering with Saul Goodman. Okay. Right? You know this guy. Okay. He's so fumbly. He's so like whatever. He's like, kind of like arch nemesis. If Jimmy was like a normal person, like not committing crime, he would be like that coworker that you're like, right? So I just thought it was so funny and so shisty that now that Saul Goodman is out of town, William just took this as his opportunity to replace him. Like, William reminds me of, if you've ever seen the Facebook movie, the one with that awkward guy, you know how like Facebook was kind of originally created by like these rich twins, and those twins would always just come in second place. Like, that's what William reminds me of. Like, he's always just second. And now that Saul Goodman is gone, he has no competition, and he literally took Saul Goodman's place. Francesca talks about it when she actually calls Jimmy. So we see that she's like still getting followed, and it's pretty intense. And then she gets to the phone booth. Now, this is what I wanted to know about the phone booth. Remember when, let me see if I can find what it's called. Remember that episode in Better Call Saul, I think it was season 5, where Jimmy is, getting the stuff from behind the wall and getting the money from the ceiling. Francesca is shredding the papers. And he hands her a card of a lawyer that she can talk to. And now I think that lawyer may be William, the guy who's now on the bench. And he says also the phone will ring on a certain date at a certain time. And I don't want to waste time looking exactly for that scene. So I might like remake this video and just make a cleaner version of this video with all my thoughts. But I'm wondering if this is the phone call that he said that he was telling Francesca about. And if it is, if this is the phone call that Jimmy was talking about in that episode, let me know what you think in the comments, please. Like, please interact in the comments, because I'm looking in the chat. If this is that phone call, that means from day one of becoming Gene, Jimmy had this planned out. I don't know. Like, tell me what you think. I want to be wrong. Like, I don't know. For some reason, I don't want to believe. I don't want to believe that Jimmy had this all planned out. So please let me know in the comments or in the chat. Is this the phone call that he was talking about in that episode in season 5? All right, so we got to skip through, because if I keep playing it, then AMC is going to get real mad at me. And I don't like AMC. I really hate this app. But this conversation was interesting. Jimmy just really wanted to get caught up on everything, and what I'm not understanding is, if Jimmy had this planned out the whole time, assuming he had intended to, at some point in the future, get on this phone call with Francesca, how would he predict his emotional state? Because the Gene Takovic before the heist that we saw in last episode, that Gene Takovic would never do this. That Gene Takovic was fearful for his life, like all the time. After pulling off that heist with Jeff in the last episode, he's becoming more of himself. How would he be able to predict that he would be like that? I don't know. But it was interesting. It kind of was like a walk down memory lane. He was like, how's Ira? And if you don't remember Ira is the guy who owned that pest control company. Remember when, it was Todd, Jesse, and Walt, and they were doing pest control. Ira owns that company. Danny is the guy who owns the laser tag. It was so interesting to hear him rattle off in this scene. What about the nail salons? What about, Antigua? Like, all the places that he's hiding money and and doing money laundering, all of them got shut down. And him and his laser tag, like I just have this feeling that he is so attached to the laser tag. I want to meet Danny. We never see Danny, but I need to see who this Danny guy is and how did Danny sell Saul Goodman on laser tag that he loves that laser tag so much. So this was quite interesting. And then of course, Francesca tells Jimmy that even Kim called her. And even Kim wanted to make sure that he was still alive, which leads me to this one scene that I'm going to be chewing until the last episode. I need to know what was said. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. This scene where he calls some store in Florida. I think this is it. I don't know. He calls some store in Florida. And he knows that's where Kim works. And at first I was like, how does he know where Kim works? And then I was like, oh, wait, he's Saul Goodman. He's a rich guy with a really good private eye. He has been stalking her. He found out where she is. So he knew where she is. But what I didn't understand was that phone call conversation. Let's see if I can get to it. Okay, yep. That phone call conversation didn't seem like it was good, right?
Oh. Well, can you put me through? I'll say again, how much? Okay.
It didn't seem like the conversation went well, right? Like, look at this. Like, just watch. You just watch. You can't hear it. You just see that he's kind of agitated, and then he is really agitated. Okay, so whatever that conversation was, it was not going well at all. And we don't know what happened. Did he actually speak to Kim? Like, did Kim move on? Like, did a man answer? Like, is she with somebody new? Like, what happened that he was so agitated? And oh wow, we have 17 people on live stream. Hi, welcome. If you are like me, you just finished watching this latest episode and I absolutely loved it. Subscribe to my channel. I break down each episode after it airs, and I think I have some pretty unique takes. That's why I made this channel. I feel like I notice things that other people don't notice. I'm still a small channel, so we're just hanging out, chilling out here. Voltaire 325 says Kim is banging some other dude in the answer. And that's possible. Because I think I would slam the phone and break the window too if I was Jimmy and I heard that. So that is a mystery that is definitely going to keep us intrigued. We only have, what is it, 2 more episodes, 3 or 2 more episodes we only have. So we have to find the answer to that. So that's a little hook. It's a little hook to keep us intrigued, because literally at this point of the show, like, all of the answers for Breaking Bad have been answered. Like, Breaking Bad portion of this and the what was Jimmy like before Breaking Bad, that portion of this has been answered. Whoa, we just jumped up to 27 people watching. Hi, welcome. So now literally at this point, we're like, literally what's going to happen? Like, we're just waiting to see what happens. So the fact that they kept this phone call a mystery is to hook us in to the very last episode. Trent, hi Trent. He asked, have you finished the episode? I did finish the episode and I loved it. So obviously, spoiler alert, we are literally going through the episode right now. Evan Berg, you say awesome episode. Yes, from the get-go, Evan. I was just talking about the intro. You know how it plays the beginning and then it kind of record scratches and you hear the VHS tape, and then in the upper left-hand corner it says it's recording. Like, because of that detail, I knew this is going to be a good one. So if you want to hear my analysis of that, just rewind. Colin Rice says, Kim told him the only time she would see him would be if he is in jail. Oh, Colin, that's a good one. Okay, I'm going to write that down. Oh, I'm going to write that down. I need to put timestamps, like what, how many minutes in are we? I'm sorry. If you're rewatching this, I'm sorry. I can't keep track of the timestamps, but that's a good one. So I'm going to make note of that and research that. Um, XYZ Kra says, do you think Jane was caught at the end? I know. We're going to get to that. In jail. And then Trent, me too. One of the best, both of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. This is one of the best episodes. Yeah. Okay. So let's keep going. And of course, y'all, I am literally playing off of AMC. I can't play like the full clip because they are going to get mad at me, but we will like discuss screenshots as we come along. Now, this was like, okay, Jeff is coming home. Okay. So like, obviously Jimmy's here. Okay, we see him. Jimmy, Gene, he's here. So that got me thinking, what was happening on that phone call that made Jimmy feel like he needed to get back into slipping? The only reason he will be back at Jeff's house is to do another slip. What happened that made him think he needed to get to slipping again? As the episode goes on, I start coming up with my own ideas. Hi, we have 30 people watching. Welcome to my live stream. This is my first live stream on this channel. So make sure you subscribe and comment away. Let's talk about this. Also, my babe is about to fall asleep, so I can't be on all night. I wish I could. But anyway, so I was like, okay, what is up his sleeve? Peter, hi Peter. Han Rahan says Kim will defend him perhaps. Ooh. Okay, I actually have a theory on that. I don't think Kim should. I don't know if she will. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that when we get to it. So, get past this. Oh, okay. Also, I kind of like to touch with this computer.
Eating ice cream. Can you believe?
And the cat videos, because this cat video thing, it lets you know around what time period it is. What is this, like 2010, 2011? I don't know. It's like sometime around that time, and that is the time where YouTube was created in what, like 2008, but around that time of 2010, YouTube was just full of cat videos. I mean, that is what YouTube was for. YouTube was literally for uploading these dumb little moments in life, these cute little dumb moments in life. It was full of cat videos. And so I don't know, I like the touch of this computer. It made me feel like, okay, I know what time period we're in. I can remember, I was at prom night during this time period. Like, it makes it feel a little bit more real. So I really like that. Cat videos are eternal.
It's like America's
Therapy.
Funniest
Hi,
Home
What's
Videos.
Therapy? Hi, this is my first live stream. Practicing for when we hopefully do a live stream together before the finale. Oh my gosh. So let's skip forward to, okay. Look, this moment here.
Okay.
Look, she's like, okay, what's going on? Okay, that's weird. Like, look, Marion, we know when we first met Marion in the last episode that she is a tough cookie. She's a smart cookie. Okay. And the thing about Jimmy, he is so good with the elderly. And every time he's with the elderly, I know he's doing some kind of scam. And it always breaks my heart because I'm like, these people like genuinely love you and you're exploiting that. And it just breaks my heart. And the moment where I know the elderly person is starting to think, am I getting got here? It breaks my heart. And Marion just felt like something's off. I can just tell that she felt like something's off. And I would too. I mean, I don't know, just something feels off. And so this is kind of foreshadowing what we see towards the end. And we're going to get to that. Voltaire, you say the last scam and then the phone call made him realize how boring his straight life is. So he broke bad. Right. Because in the next scene, he talks about
The cab company, yeah.
I forgot what the names of las drogas. I don't think I can say drugs on here, can I? Anyway, he says drugs. And when he mentions those drugs, I was like, oh, so you are Breaking Bad. You're Breaking Bad. We're getting into drug game or something to deal with it. But I think it's, because of how much money they're making, I think it's like all of that. I think he wants to have money. He wants to be able to buy whatever he wants again and be slipping again and scamming again. Like he wants that whole package, all that stuff that he had when he was Saul Goodman. He wants it again. So I agree with you, Voltaire, there. Of course, Jeff is like, okay, man, like sounds good. I'm down. Like this is Jeff's dream come true. So a lot of this episode, it was fun trying to figure out what is the scam. This scene made me wish for Chuck. Oh my gosh, because Jimmy sings so bad. And I remember whatever that episode was, that like we see Chuck be nice to Jimmy for the first time because he like graduated law school or something. He passed the bar. And like Jimmy was singing "The Winner Takes It All," and he was singing really bad. And then Chuck comes with his "oh," and I was wishing for Chuck here. And it was making me think of Chuck here. And I think this was intentional because by the end of this episode, you guys, I was sounding exactly like Chuck. Chuck was one of my least favorite characters. My least favorite character, okay? But by the end of this episode, the words coming out of my mouth, the tone of the words coming out of my mouth, I sounded exactly like Chuck. And I was like, oh my God, Chuck warned me. He warned me. I hated Chuck for warning me, but he warned me. And so I feel like this was on purpose. It's supposed to make you think of Chuck because you're going to be feeling like Chuck. You're going to be feeling like, Jimmy, just accept it. You hurt everyone you love and all that. I'm going to call you Zyra. Is that how I say your name? Zyra, XYZ, Kra. Best episode of the series. Oh my gosh. Yes, arguably one of the best. I have to chew on it, but this was a really good episode. Menace, welcome. You say you think Gene got caught? I don't know. I hope he did. Honestly, I hope he did. But we're going to get to that. When we get to that, I'm going through it literally scene by scene. If you're new to the chat, to the live stream, welcome. This is my first live stream on this channel. So if you want more Better Call Saul breakdowns, especially before the series is over, make sure you subscribe. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I will do an Amazon giveaway. The last Amazon gift card giveaway was Gary20. And Gary, if you're watching, you still need to send me your email. Silver Trout song says Jesse Trout. Okay, so let's spare ourselves the voice. So he's getting this guy nice and loose and drunk, and we see the little contraption that he has hidden in his hand to soak up all the alcohol so he doesn't get altered, and you know that he's gonna pull something. We just don't know what it is yet. Oh, Zyra, yes, I felt bad for the guy with cancer. I was like, no, like, listen, that's the point that I started to turn. We're gonna get to that. So this is all fun and games. We're watching this, we're watching Jimmy beat Jimmy, slipping Jimmy. How we're just having fun. Like us as the audience, we're having a good time. We're having fun. I apologize if my connection is bad. I see that my Wi-Fi is going in and out, but again, please bear with me. It's my first time live on this channel. So let's see how far can we get. So around this time, I'm like, okay, here's where Jeff comes in. Jeff is going to be the cab guy. Yeah, that's why Jimmy said, take the daytime shifts. Don't work the night shift. That way, Jeff can be free to pull scams with him in the nighttime. Silver Trout says, Kim, is Kim dead? Why would Jimmy be so... Oh, Silver Trout. I don't know. I need to... Hold on, let me write this down. Y'all giving me some good ideas. Is Kim dead? Bruh, I don't know. I need to think. I don't have the capacity to think about that right now. But keep talking about it in the chat. Y'all talk about it in the chat. Is Kim hurt? Is she dead? Menace says, what do you think Kim told Gene that he got so mad? That's what I want to know. And I want to know if he even spoke to Kim. Was Kim even the other person on the line? Yes, I right. Kim's not dead. She talked to Francesca. Yeah, but that was right at the end of Breaking Bad, though. This is 6 months down the line in the future. We don't know what's up with Kim 6 months down the line in the future. Loser! So let's see. Let's get this drunk guy into the car. Yeah, get in the car. There you go. Menon says, I don't think she's dead since Kim talked to Francesca. Yeah, like I don't think she's dead, but it's possible something may have happened to her 6 months later. Let's see. Let's get this guy now. I was feeling so bad when I realized.
357, head to the airport when you're done.
when I realized that they were putting the drugs in the water and they were drugging these guys, I was like, OMG. Now I can't like easily switch tabs to show you all the references that are coming up in my mind. But there's this movie called Hustlers. Have y'all seen it? It has Jennifer Lopez. It's about these strippers who essentially do exactly this. They at the strip club, the dude's having a good time, get the guy nice and drunk, and then they lace his drink, get him buzzed out of his mind, and they do identity theft. They steal his cards and they buy all this stuff. And the guys are not going to say anything because, like, what man wants to go to the police and be like, I was robbed by a bunch of strippers? And that's another element of this that I want to mention that I think about a lot. Had Jimmy been scamming women, I don't know if he would have been able to get away with it this long. Like, I don't know. I just feel like as women, when we're scammed and then we find out that other women are getting the same scam, we like want to do something about it. We want it to stop immediately. But I feel like men are not the same way. Men in the chat, let me know. Let me know. I was watching this with my man. And he was like, I was like, because I was thinking to myself, I was saying out loud, babe, like, they're going to get caught. Like, you can't just scam all these men in the exact same way and not get caught. Like, aren't these men going to somehow run into each other or something, or recognize you at the bar, or like, right? And my babe was like, no, they're not going to get caught. Men don't talk about this stuff. Men, like, if a man gets scammed, he's just like, oh, oops, like, that's my bad. Like, men don't do that. Like, I'm like, really? Because if it was women, we would get on him real quick. We would be warning other women, don't talk to that man. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think gender has anything to do with their success of this scam? Because I kind of do. So this guy, I felt like this guy, Jeff's friend, he's a little too good at this job. You know what I mean? Let me show you. Let's skip forward to Jeff doing his thing. And again, I have to pause, start, pause, because AMC is going to get on my A if I let something play too long. But yeah, if you can see, let me make this bigger so maybe you can see it better. But this dude is way too good at this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you have done this before, sir. You are really good at this. You know, he got everything he needed. He even flipped it over. I was like, you slick with it. You knew to flip it over, take pictures of the back, because an amateur, Jimmy calls him an amateur, and I was insulted. I was like, no. An amateur wouldn't even know to flip it over and take pictures of the back. And dude went into man's office. Dude went into man's office. Is it playing? Okay. And he put on gloves. He took pictures of all the accounts. I was like, bruh. And I even was like, I peeped that you put your dog up there to alert you if something goes off and to play a distraction so you can get away while the victim is chasing the dog. This dude is smart. This dude know what he's doing. I don't know if we have enough time to see this dude's history. Like, you know, like, was he involved in something in Albuquerque that might have had something to do with the Breaking Bad timeline? I don't know. And I don't know if we have enough time. But if we do have enough time, I would not be opposed to learning more about this dude's history, because he's really good at it. And Jeff is not. I was like, bingo, bango. When he got this, I was like, hey, listen, you know, if you have a boomer, if you've done business with a boomer, or your boomer parents are business people, you know exactly what that is. You know exactly, pull out that little drawer. That's all the passwords. That's all the passwords. All the passwords. Yeah, they tell you not to do that. You know, you would think by now people know not to do that, but they still do that. This dude knew exactly what to do. Voltaire, you thought of Hustlers too? Yes, I thought of Hustlers. Evan Berg, men feel ashamed they were conned and wouldn't admit it to people. Yes, exactly, Evan. That's what I'm thinking. So, because I know if it was women, like women, when we get conned, we feel shame. We do. So there are women who wouldn't let anybody know about it, but we are more likely to speak up about it. We are. I mean, like, especially when we see that we're not alone. Like, maybe if we felt like we were the only ones, but there will be a woman, like, of the women who get conned, all of them are going to feel ashamed, but there's going to be one or two of them that's like, hey, I got scammed. And they will alert, and then all the other women will start talking. But I don't think men do that. So, you know, Evan, that's what I'm thinking. I do feel like gender plays a role in here. Syra says the first two definitely deserve. Yeah, I did not feel bad for him. I did not feel bad for that first guy. He was such a jerk. He was so weird. And I was like, oh, that's what you got. I don't know. Do you think we'll see Skylar or Walt Jr.? We're not going to see Skylar, and we're definitely not going to see Walt Jr. I already had an issue with seeing Jesse. Hold on. I think we're about to see Jesse right now.
What the hell is this? It's like James Whale's traveling roadshow in here.
Who the hell that is? Crystal ship definitely travels.
I'm sorry, you said the what?
I don't even know what they said. Hold on. I don't even know what they were talking about. I was so distracted by Jesse. Look, I was concerned about this.
What the hell is this?
Like, when they announced that
James Whale's
they were coming
traveling
back
roadshow
to
in here.
reprise the role.
Who the hell that is? Crystal ship definitely travels.
I'm sorry, you said the what?
I don't know what they're talking about. I have no idea what they're talking about in that moment. But I was like, oh my gosh, it's them. And, you know, it's not the Jesse's age. You know what? Let me see if I can pull it up. I don't know. No, I don't have time. I'm going to have to make an edited video and pull it up. But does Jesse look age appropriate? I mean, he looks older, obviously, but it's like, okay, I think it's not that bad. I mean, nothing's going to be as bad as Todd. Evan, it's bullshit if we don't get Finn. We gotta have Walt Jr. Walt Jr. We want Finn. Jesse has a nickname for the RV. Jesse looks like Walter and Felina. And I was like, y'all are showing his face a lot.
Attorney-client
Like, they were
privilege,
showing his
son.
face at like different angles and stuff. And I was like, you don't need to do that. Keep the mask on. I don't know, but it wasn't too bad. And it was, I don't know, it was really cool too. Like, we are in Breaking Bad. We are in the Breaking Bad timeline. We're in the Breaking Bad timeline.
Actually make
There's
blue
probably a bigger YouTuber live streaming right now. I can tell. I think somebody's bigger. But I love everybody's hanging out in here. Menace, they all look good, to be honest. Jesse just a little bit. Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. He obviously looks older, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I'm going to do more research, but it's not as bad as I thought. And Walter was already old. You know, I mean, he's a decade older when you're already old. It's not too bad. It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. So, it was nice to see, like, the gang. It was nice to see Saul Goodman, Walter White, Jesse Pinkman. It was the dynamic, the silliness of it. It was fun. I did enjoy that. And I appreciated that. And the trouble, and the RV is its own character. It's its own character also, by the way. So, yeah, I don't know what, I agree with you, Menace, that Saul looks identical. I don't know what they do. What does that man do, Bob Odenkirk? What does he do to look like he looks? He's playing so many different ages in this show. He's playing a younger version of himself. He's playing Saul Goodman. He's playing Jimmy. He's playing Gene Takovic. And he looks like each character. He looks like each identity. Like, they do a great job with his makeup and, like, weight management and all of that. He did a great job. So this is Jimmy's first time getting to know these two people.
Or are they going to find us, buried in a sandstorm 1,000 years from now? Just please.
All right, I gotta pause. I gotta pause because AMC is gonna ride my behind. So let's keep it up. Okay, so this, hold on. I do want to look at this shot here. This shot here, looking into the grave. What are you thinking? Tell me, what came to your mind when it shot the grave? You're thinking of Lalo, you're thinking of Howard. Like that, all this stuff comes to your mind already. Chuck came to my mind. Now Lalo and Howard have come to my mind, right? Kim has come into our minds. Like these important people from the past that their lives have been ruined because of Jimmy is coming to your mind. And in this time where like it's happening, like Walter White is there. Walter White is a Cancer. If you didn't know, if you don't remember, maybe you've never seen Breaking Bad, Walter White had cancer and he was a Cancer. And anyone who was involved with Walter White didn't have, they got screwed over. And we're going to get to the end, but that's why I think Gene is not going to have a good ending, because this episode just reminded me that anybody who's with Walter White and minutes, yes, foreshadowing. I'm like, is this foreshadowing? Because if we keep playing this, we're going to see somebody's body in the grave. We see Gene Takovic's body in the grave. I cannot imagine how he would pass away at this point. Like, I can't imagine that he would like go as far to get run down by police. Like, I can imagine him just like, no, go ahead and handcuff me now. But this episode reminded me that anyone involved with Walter White has a horrible ending. Gene is not different. Gene is not different. This episode, we're going to get to it. Gene made me mad in this episode, and it made me feel like you don't deserve to be spared of the Walter White cancer. You don't. Like, more deserving people got worse. Something bad is going to happen to Gene. I don't think anything bad will happen to Kimmy, because Kim, as far as we know, Kim is not involved in anything to do with Walter White, so she's spared. Like, literally, Walter White is like the scarlet letter. Like, he is a curse. He's a Cancer. So not the zodiac sign. So he's waiting here and he gets this machine. Okay, he gets this machine that this machine is so ridiculous. I actually kind of want to try it. Oh gosh, I hate this AMC app. It went way too forward. But he got the machine that jiggles his legs. If you don't know what it's for, I imagine it helps loosen your spine. It helps like release your back. I kind of want something like that. I want, it's like an inversion thing. Anyway, either way, it's an expensive item, I would assume. And it's like, you see him throughout this episode, he is slowly getting his Saul Goodman.
Big time.
It's like a mix.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket, genius.
It's like a mix. It's like a mix of Slippin' Jimmy and Saul Goodman. It's like if they both came together, because Slippin' Jimmy was poor. Jimmy was broke all the time. Saul Goodman was rich all the time. And this is like a combination of it, kind of. Jesse got a good ending, Jesse was deserving of a good ending, and his ending is really bittersweet. He had to leave behind everybody and everything he knew, and everyone that he loved, well, except his parents and his brother, thank goodness. But, you know, all his love interests passed away. He watched them die, and then he was enslaved and tortured. And so he has a lot of trauma, and I'm glad that he gets to have a lot of money in Colorado or wherever he is to heal from all that trauma. But, XYZ, I don't think Saul is going to die. The writers say the ending is something extremely unpredictable. Ooh. Mark, welcome, Mark, to the live stream. I agree. It's getting crazy. So we see that he's continuing these scams, and it's like, all right, guys, y'all cut a lick, as they say. You cut a lick. And then Okay, this scene. Hold on. Oh my gosh, I hate this AMC app.
Saddened by the news.
Okay, I just wanna. The look on his face. I've never seen this look before. I mean, we've always known that he hired hookers and stuff. You know what I mean? But I've just never seen. I've just never seen. Let me pause. I felt so uncomfy. I've never seen him have that look of lust before. And I was just like, whoa, Jimmy, what are we doing? He's always had hookers. He's always been sleazy. It's just that look was just like, where did you come from? I was like, wow, okay. Hi. Voltaire back to the hose. Yeah, back to that. And also, this home that he lives in, this Gene Takovic is a secret identity. You know, you're supposed to lay low. And the fact that he's getting mail delivered to this home, to this address, the fact that he's bringing women into this house. I was like, you are walking a tightrope, my friend. You're walking a very tight rope in a very high place. Menace says Jesse only left with like less than $250,000 in Alaska. Well, Alaska, the good news about Alaska is that it's a very low cost of living. So $250,000 will get him further in Alaska than pretty much anywhere else in America. So that's the good news. And it's unfortunate. Voltaire, his libido came back because he's scamming again. Oh, Voltaire, that's a good observation. Very similar to Kimmy, because her libido comes back when they're scamming. And yeah, his libido came back. Very interesting. Mark, you say he makes it out of this. It's Marion that's going to do him in. Ooh. Marion is smart. I really think she's going to do something. But yeah, so it's like, okay. You're Breaking Bad. Okay, as we can see. I just couldn't believe that he was you're letting strangers into your secret hideout. I don't know. I was just like, wow, okay, that's how far we've gone. Okay, what scene is this here?
And figures stay close to what he had to say. And one more time, the faded dream is saddened by the news.
So I don't get copyright up my wazoo. Henry, you say, why did Saul look young in the waltz and Jesse scene, but looked 80 in the mic scene? I didn't notice that. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they had a new makeup artist. Let's see if we can skip to that scene. I hope we didn't pass it. What's going on here? Okay. He's scamming. Okay, so this is when he has the cancer guy.
There is definitely dishonesty, but the majority, I believe, are straight shooters. Now,
this actor is from somewhere. Do y'all recognize this actor? He just seems so familiar. If you know who he is, let me know in the comments or the chat. By the way, welcome if you're new to my live stream. I just got my live streaming privileges, so welcome. Make sure you subscribe because I love talking about this show, and I will hopefully have other Better Call Saul live streamers before the finale. So make sure you subscribe so you can be in the know of that. But man, when this guy said he had cancer, I'm like, come on, Jimmy. And I was like, okay, he's going to call it off, right? Because the Jimmy that we know, the Jimmy McGill that we know would have called it off. The Jimmy McGill that we know has a good heart. The Jimmy McGill that we know, he's always down for slipping, but he still had a soft spot, right? But that Jimmy is gone. This is like, this Gene Takovic, maybe Saul Goodman is this bad. Saul Goodman was not slipping like this, right? Saul Goodman he was doing illegal things, but he was always appearing to be above board. He would never go out and about and do this. So this side of Jimmy is new to me. This mixture of Jimmy and Saul Goodman is new. And this Gene Takovic, Mark, I subbed. You like the vibe. Thank you. I appreciate you, Mark. By the way, Mark, we're going to do a Amazon gift card giveaway when we hit 1,000 subscribers. So you're going to be a part of that. And our last winner was Gary20. So if you ever watch any of my old videos, you might see Gary's comments here and there. He was a past winner. So I hope to have more winners of Amazon gift cards. But this Gene Takovic is cold because he was like, I'll be damned with the cancer. Now, this is the point that Jimmy made me mad. And at this point, I start to sound like Chuck. I don't like Chuck. I'm not a Chuck fan, but I start to talk like Chuck because I'm like, okay, he's going to call it off, right? But we see his hand over the drink. I thought he was going to, take a drink with the dude with the cancer. He's saying some real stuff, YOLO. Dude with cancer's like YOLO, you know what I'm saying? And I thought you had a heart. But he's still doing the scam. And I'm like, Jimmy, the last time you scammed with a dude with cancer, do we need to remind you what happened the last time you scammed with a guy with cancer and you want to go again? Whatever you get, you deserve it. Literally, whatever you get, you deserve. I was so mad. Like at this point, at 43 minutes and 22 seconds, I was like Chuck. I was Chuck. I was like, what is this? I was like, Jimmy.
Act.
Sorry.
I was like, oh my gosh. So let's fast forward. I'm watching this the whole time. I'm just like, please call it off. Come on, dude, call it off. You got to call it off. He's pulling some real chicanery. That's right. It's some chicanery. Mark says, nah, Jimmy was good. Saul Goodman was rotten. Do you remember when he was suggesting to Walt and oh, no, you right, Mark. You right, Mark. When he said, why don't we send Badger on a trip to Belize? No. Look, that was my mistake. You see, back then, I didn't think he was all the way serious. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You're right, Mark. You're right. No, Saul Goodman was rotten. He was. No, he was. So Saul Goodman, as a lawyer, was safer than this mixture of Jimmy and Saul, this Gene Takovic. Because at least Saul Goodman, as a lawyer, he could say he was doing his job or whatever. But Gene Takovic is personally affecting these individual people. This is like a bad combination. And this whole time I'm watching and I'm hoping like, you're going to call it off. Come on, you're going to call it off. Like, what if something happens with the drug and there's like a bad interaction with his medicines? Like, come on, dude. Come on. I'm like, don't let him get in the car. And the dude's like, you can take this cab. And I was like, this is your chance, Jimmy. This is your chance to call it off, to, do a switcheroo. And he lets the dude go in the cab. And I'm like, for real? I was like, it's like that? I was like, no, dude. I was like, dude, you for real right now? You for real right now? And I'm just shaking my head. I'm feeling like Chuck McGill, just shaking my head. I'm just watching it like disapproval. Like, them parents, those Christian parents who wouldn't let their kids watch Harry Potter? When it's Halloween, shaking their heads. That's how I felt. Let me catch up with this chat real quick. Jeff is Jean's Lyle. Wait, Lyle, the chicken. Right. Jeff is fun. Jeff is a pushover. I'm going to talk about him in a sec. Mike Tackett, welcome to the live stream. Says the heavyset guy that Gene scammed was Buzz from Home Alone. Huh. Oh, ooh. Mike, do you happen to know who the cancer guy is? Because that cancer guy looks familiar to me too. Hi, welcome again. What's therapy? And he straight up justifies it explicitly. Yeah. Mark, it sure was an online modus. Hey, found you randomly. That's why I'm like, I'm so glad I have this live feature so more people can find me randomly so we can hang out. It's crazy to think that even Black people watching this show, yeah, dude, yes, we exist. Black people watch this show. We exist. Even though it's a really intelligent show, especially for a woman, it must be hard to understand. Keep going. Oh, thank you. I'm definitely going to keep going. But yeah, I was so disappointed in Jimmy. And I will say real quick, because online modus, you brought it up. I was inspired to start this channel by this other channel named Courtney's Reviews. And as I was watching her channel, there was something different about it. Like in my head, I'm like, something's different. And then I was like, oh, it's because I'm hearing a woman's voice. I never get to hear a woman's voice when it comes to this show. And that's a little bit refreshing. And I commented that, and she really encouraged me. And I'm like, you know what? I ain't never seen no Black girl talk about this show either. And we need some color up in here, because Black people, there are Black people watching this show. There are a few of us. So that I was like, you know what? I wanted to be a part of this show before it ends. And just there's just a lot of diverse people of us watching the show and enjoying it and talking about it and having our different perspectives. So I wonder what Jimmy said to himself here, that he's like, okay, I'm just gonna let it happen. So okay, y'all, this moment, this right here. So if you can recognize this shot, this is from a teaser. Oh my gosh, I hate this AMC app. It doesn't do. So I thought this right here, if you remember the teaser, if I could, I would show you. If I have the wherewithal later this week, I will like actually edit a video so I can like show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, rapid freelance. Yes, there's a lot of us watching. Oh, was online modus trying to be racist? I mean, yeah, when you're Black online, you maybe like for real, like you become numb. You start becoming numb to racism when you are Black online. You become numb to it. Like I don't know if she meant it bad or not. I don't know. Oh. Yeah, online modus. No, Black people like intelligent stuff. Yeah. Anyways. No, Black people are very intelligent. Anyway, if you remember this teaser, I thought that this moment was like right after Francesca finished shredding all the documents, and Saul broke his phone and he called Ed the Disappearer, broke his phone and left. I thought he had left his Bluetooth there, because you're not going to need it when you're disappeared. So I thought that's what this scene was. And then I'm like, oh, I'm totally wrong. It's Saul Goodman in the flesh. Let me read this chat. I didn't say that. And for a woman, it must be hard to understand. Nothing new here. I think Black people can enjoy intelligent stuff too. Okay. Yeah, online mode. I didn't assume anything bad from your comment, but then, people were like, people noticed your wording. So you can reword it in a way that maybe gets your point across more. Well, women can't really catch things for a long period of time. What does that mean? Well, women can't really catch things for a long period of time. I don't know what that means. Like you saying women have a short attention span? What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking. I do have ADHD, but I like TV shows. I can watch a whole series. Oh, online modus. I don't know. The more you try to explain yourself, the worse you're sounding. You're sounding worse the more you try to explain yourself. So anyway, this is Saul Goodman in the
Feed me.
flesh.
What do we got?
Now this scene is so important.
I did.
B12.
Did it?
As we're staring at his feet.
Got him.
I'm like, y'all, pay attention. It's important. It's his feet. No, this scene when Mike walks in is really important. And I start screaming. I start screaming like Chuck even more. Let's see if I can get to that point. Online modus, the chat made me online modus. The way you word things is very suspect. Okay. And then the more you try to explain yourself, you just make yourself sound worse. No, online modus, you said, women can't really catch things for a long period of time. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but it doesn't sound good. So this scene, of course, what makes this episode great? Part of what makes this episode great, and you guys, I'm pausing and starting and pausing because AMC is going to ride my behind. But part of what makes this episode great is these little moments between the characters that we're very familiar with. Earlier, we had a moment with Jesse, Saul, and Walt. Here we're having a moment with earlier we had a moment with Saul and Francesca. And here we're having a moment with Mike and Saul Goodman. These characters, they brought back that William lawyer. These characters who the interaction is funny. There's some comedy in it. That is part of why I can't speak. That is part of what is making this episode so good. It's like new scenes with these characters, and we're back in a moment that we are comfortable with. We're comfortable with Breaking Bad. We're back in that moment, that time frame. And I don't know. This episode is good. Somebody said this is the best episode of the series. I said, yes, arguably the best. I got to chew on it a little bit more, but yeah, I'm selling myself on why this might be the best episode of the series thus far. Rapid Freelance. I'm from Nigeria. Yeah, that's why sometimes when I get excited, I just put a little accent. Somebody, one time I live streamed and somebody was like, what is up with the accents? And I was like, darling, you have an issue with immigrants. You have an issue with people who don't have a Midwestern accent or something. Anyway, I'm from a different place than the United States, but I live here now. Let me catch up with this chat. The sexism stuff is kind of funny troll, but the race stuff is too much. Yeah, I don't even like sexist stuff. I used to, when you're on the internet, when you grew up as a teenager on the internet, you also become, as a woman, as a girl on the internet, you become numb to the sexism. But the more I think about it, the more I'm like, no, actually, I don't like that either. I don't like that either. So this was Voltaire. This was a mediocre episode, but best line was, Bill Oakley switched sides. Oh, he came out. Good for him. No, I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, I was trying to understand that line. Bill Oakley switched sides. Oh, he came out. Good for him. Because when I hear the phrase switch sides, I do not think of sexuality at all. I'm thinking switch sides, now he's working for the cartel or what? That's what came to my mind. But I also now, I'm trying to remember how adults were back when I was a kid. And back when I was a kid, there was this phrase of playing for both teams or playing for another team. And that was referring to sexuality. So I figured that's what they're referring to. So that is a line that it's not going to make sense to Gen Z. I'm just telling you right now, Voltaire, Gen Z, it's not because we don't, I'm saying we, I'm a Gen Z, but we don't use that slang anymore. We don't talk about, batting for the different team. We don't say that anymore. So I think that's kind of funny. I think there is a little segment that's not going to get that joke. Let me see. I think we should definitely talk more about rights for. Yo, I ain't trying to talk about that. This is about Breaking Bad. Rapid freelance. You're Yoruba. Yeah, I'm Igbo. That's UD. My name is Udoka. So UD. I think the best episode of the season is Howard getting shot by Lalo. Ooh. The second best is Howard being buried with Lalo. This episode is not the best of the season. Okay. So I like this. I can't wait to hear when other YouTubers start sharing their opinions. I can't wait to hear, or when people make their tier list. I can't wait to see where this episode's fall. But I think this episode did do a good job. It was more light than watching characters die. Mark, he's no longer a prosecutor. That might work out later. Mark. This whole time, Mark has been in the chat thinking with brain. Mark has brain. Voltaire, yeah, being a switch hitter was a term for bi men. Oh, okay. And you're Gen X. Yeah, you. That is cool. Okay, I didn't even know about that switch hitter. I never knew about that. But yes, I was saying that I love these scenes where we're watching the characters, give us a few laughs with each other. But okay, I said this scene is important. Let me try to get to the important part of it. if this app will let me. Rapid freelance. I do like these ending episodes, but we have already hit the climax of the show. Rapid, I feel that way. I feel like we've already hit the climax. So what are we watching for? What are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? That's kind of the feeling I'm having right now. And I don't know if you were here when I started, but when we were watching earlier, that scene where Gene is on the phone with who we presume to be Kim or somebody who knows Kim, and he's angry and he smashes the phone. We didn't get to hear that conversation. So that's a little hook that they put in to make sure that we're still watching, that our interest is piqued to keep watching, because we want to know who was he talking to and get that answered. But they got to add in hooks wherever they can. Mark, you say Aaron Paul gave some laughs too. Yeah, he's too old for. Yeah. I had a huge concern with Aaron Paul before this episode. I was like, what are you going to do with Aaron? What are you going to do with Aaron? Because the last time I saw Aaron Paul was in, what's that show? Westworld. Y'all seen Westworld? Aaron Paul's in that show and he's like looking like, grown-ass man. Grown-ass man doing bang, bang, shoot 'em up action, Not as bad as Todd, but still, I'm like, what y'all gonna do? Because y'all can only do so much with your budget. Okay. Aaron Paul aged like 15 years and 4. Well, he's doing, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like in the, yeah. Rapid, we are watching to see if Kim, Gene, Saul, Jimmy gets back to, yeah. I ship Kimmy and Jimmy very hard. Okay. If any of you followed me before, you know that I ship them. Kim Wexler is my favorite character of this entire universe, and I ship them. I want Jimmy and Kimmy to be together. Honestly, after this episode, I feel like, I don't know. This Gene Takovic is not the man I used to know. Okay. He's not Jimmy. The Jimmy I knew with Kimmy. Okay. I don't know if they're going to get back. I don't know. I just want to see what happens to Gene. Because Aaron Paul looked older than when he was in El Camino. And the thing too, his voice is deeper. And he's been playing action roles too. So in addition to his age deepening his voice, he needs to have a deeper voice to play a bang bang shoot it up guy in these shows that he's been in. So it was like, it's a little. Yeah. Miss my boy Lalo. I know. Jesse is 43 now. Shit drops off when you hit 40. That's life. Oh, God. Kim is sick and he's trying to get money for her. They don't argue like that. Mark, I don't know if he was. I just feel like he wasn't talking to Kim. I don't feel like that was Kim on the other line. I don't think it was Kim. And I guess it's possible he's trying to get money for her. I don't know. I feel like if he had her in mind, he wouldn't be sleeping with strippers. You know, I don't think he would have that attitude, that mindset. My boy Aaron Paul is going to look like Mike. So speaking of Mike,
What in your skull?
this conversation here, if we can get to the important aspect of it. By the way, I love the engagement in the chat. We're gonna keep it going. Okay, so I really hate this AMC app. It is so bad. It is so unresponsive. I want to get to the point where Mike is discussing Walter White, the teacher, as he was referred to here. Yeah, Mark, you don't think it was her either? Yeah, I don't think it was her. Henry Lemoyne, welcome to my live stream. It's my first live stream, and we're here with Kimmy. Henry says, is it just me or does Jeff give off Todd vibes? I can see that because he's like weird, awkward. I don't think he's like Todd. I think Jeff is like, I mean, we could see like in the last episode, Jeff is a pushover, right? Like Jeff is a grown ass man. Okay. He looks, I don't know how old he is, but he looked like a grown ass man. And he lives with his mom. And he's just, I don't know. He's just not built for this. You know what I mean? Like we were watching him practice the run the last episode and he's huffing and puffing and making dumb mistakes and slipping. And I don't know, like, I was like, I'm not impressed with Jeff. And then in this episode, he's like so flip-floppy, so pushy. You can bully him to do anything. You know, I was like, Jeff. Voltaire, love this filling in the blanks from prior stuff. Yeah, I love it. It's giving us a fuller picture. Mark says, well, damn, he was sleeping around, wasn't he? Kim might have cussed him out. I definitely would have. Because I read Todd was a lot more sociopathic and cunning than Jeff. Jeff is that's what I was looking for. He's a dunce. That's the word I was looking for. Jeff is a dunce. Todd is not a dunce. Todd is actually very smart. And he's a sociopath. Jeff is not. Jeff is not. Jeff's just not, he's just not. He's just not. He's not it.
I followed your bus driver.
Okay.
Newsflash.
Oh my gosh, this app sucks. Play, please.
He really does have a broken neck.
Fantastic. That makes my. I got more second story guys in my book than pimples at a junior prom.
Okay.
Working
now,
with a former student, current meth head, one Jesse
part.
Pinkman.
Wow. What else about the teacher?
He has lung cancer.
Jesus. Well, you see an amateur, I see 170 pounds of clay ready to be molded.
Well, if the cancer doesn't get him, it'll be the cops or a bullet to the head.
Is that your appraisal, or is that what he
So
shall not be named says about him?
He didn't say anything. The guy's small potatoes.
this scene is so important. It gives you so much information, right? Number one, he who shall not be named. He's talking about Gustavo Fring. So this just reinforces, I think it's so silly that there were people who still think that Jimmy or Saul has met Gus. He has not. He did not meet Gus. They never met. He did not see him. He did not even know Gus's name. Okay. Until Walter gets involved. But this just gives you that information, right? And then also it gives you the mindset of Jimmy. I completely get Jimmy's viewpoint. You know, like, this guy's making blue, selling for high top dollar. Like, we can make some we can make some money. I mean, he doesn't know what he's doing, but if you have a little guidance, you know what I'm saying? I get it. I completely get it. But us, the audience, having hindsight 2020, we know that Mike is correct. Mike is saying, don't get involved. He's an amateur. He's gonna mess this up. Mike was completely correct, and that is part of why when Mike passed away in Breaking Bad, but spoiler, by the way, I keep forgetting there are people who have not seen Breaking Bad, but spoiler for Breaking Bad. When Mike passed away, it made me so upset because Mike continuously does, even in this season, even in this series, Mike is continuously doing things against his moral code. He's continuously doing things against his better judgment. And what was the price he paid for acting against his better judgment? Death and no money to his heirs. All of that for nothing. That's the reward that he got. But we saw in the past episode that that's kind of what you signed up for, Mike, because you're in the game. You're in the game, and the game is a cycle, right? When Mike goes and speaks to Nacho Vargas's father, and we see Nacho's father and Mike is behind the barbed wire. Mike is trapped, and Nacho's father tells him, you know, you're just in this deadly cycle of vengeance. You are just as bad as the people that my son was involved in. So we understand that, Mike, this is what you signed up for. You kind of got what you deserved. But it makes me sad because he didn't want this. Every step of the way, he was having to do things against his better judgment, and it's a life lesson. No, if y'all don't know, Mike's story is a life lesson. Don't do things when you feel something in your gut. Listen to it. Listen to it, because Mike's gut is always right. Mike's gut is always right. It's a shame he didn't listen to it. Let me catch up with the chats here. So I was getting busy getting Wendy's from Wendy. I like that. Nah, we ain't gonna put no respect on Jeff's name. I'm sorry, Jeff. Jeff's kind of a bozo. He's kind of a clown, honk honk. Jeff is the most incompetent person in the show since Price. I know. Yeah, Jeff is the new Price, isn't he? And he's not even as funny as Price. You know what I mean? Like, at least Price was willing. He was down. Jeff is down, but Price is sitting some pies down. You know what I'm saying? That's a different level. I hope Jeff slips again. Mike was also killed by the same guy he's warning him about. Mike didn't complain on his death day either. He said, yeah, I feel like he knew. He knew this is what he signed up for, but I hate that. Rapid freelance spoilers. I think Mike was all right with his end. That is why he told Walt to let him die in peace. Yeah, no, you guys are right. Mike knew he's in the game, and it was going to end this way at some point eventually, but I just hate that. Like, you guys are right. Like, he was doing things against his better judgment, but he knew the consequences of that. So you guys are right. I think you're right with that. But okay, this is important because there's so much foreshadowing in this scene here. And the most critical aspect of it for me is that, like, after this scene, we're going to see Jimmy scold, I don't know the dude's name, Jeff's friend. We're going to see Jimmy scold Jeff's friend. And it just gave me this feeling of, you haven't learned anything. Like, when we get to the part, I'm going to react to it this way. I just feel like, dude, you haven't learned anything. Like all of the crap that you've been through, dude, with Chuck. Having Chuck as a brother alone is a life lesson. Okay, that's a life lesson. But all the stuff you went through with Chuck, with Kim, with Lalo. Geez, what happened to Howard? And then what happened with Walter White? Like I said earlier in this stream, Walter White is a cancer. Anything he touches turns to death. And you saw this with your own eyes, Jimmy. You saw how he just ruined everything. Walter White could not just have a good thing going. Everything had to be messed up once Walter White's involved in it. And every step of the way in your story, Jimmy McGill, you think you're doing good, right? You're doing Slippin' Jimmy stuff. Chuck's telling you don't do that. You think you're doing good, something bad. Like every step of the way, you think it's innocent. You think it's fine. You think it's going to be great, and then it's not. And now to see you as Gene Takovic doing Slippin' Jimmy with another dude with cancer, it's like you didn't learn anything. It's like you like, what's it going to take
I hear you.
to get it into your head?
I got a feeling about this. This Heisenberg guy's got something. It's top of the line product. That's the buzz on the street. And I just think with the right management.
Years ago, I bought a Betamax. Good product.
Hold on. I think I need to hear this again.
Top of the line. Experts said it was better than a VHS. Turned out to be a complete waste of time and money. Let it go.
Guy with that mustache probably doesn't make a lot of good life choices.
He doesn't. Let's think about that guy with the mustache.
Second story guy, Menard, you said?
Right.
Oh, how do I pause this? Okay. That guy with the mustache, Walter White, genius. He won a Nobel Peace Prize. Like, I continuously forget that Walter White was on a team that won the Nobel Peace Prize, and he has the plaque. He says, recognition for your contributions to science, Nobel Peace Prize. How do you have a Nobel Peace Prize and you used to work for like basically this universe's version of Tesla or something? How do you have a resume like that and you have to work at a car wash and be a high school teacher? You fumbled big time. You fumble. And throughout the show of Breaking Bad, we see Walter White fumble consistently, constantly fumbling for his life and fumbling other people's lives. Okay? It's true. A dude with that mustache does not make good life decisions. But you know what else, Jimmy McGill? You don't either. You don't either. I am heartbroken. The more I think about this, I'm just heartbroken. Jimmy, why has it come to this? Saul was roasting Mike in this scene. Okay, let's see where we skip forward to. Okay, what is he watching? What is this? What is he watching? Is he being a perv? I have to assume that he's being a perv. Watching Zumba classes like that. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. What do you mean?
So at this scene, oh my gosh, I hate this app.
He
Please
what?
Pause. Because AMC's going to roast me. So I was thinking, oh my gosh, the dude died. Did the dude die? No, he didn't die. Oh, okay. Marion. Look, if I was Jeff's mom, if I was Marion, I'd be like, what in the heck is going on here? And she gets up. She's trying to see what is this commotion. And you just see Gene like in the middle of the night over here? What are you doing? And you're like planning stuff
Kidding me.
in my
Absolutely
shed.
kidding me.
You know what I mean? I'll just be like, what are you doing? You know, I'm like, something's not right. And Marion's going to do something. Marion is going to, I don't know what she's going to do. I know, you know, at the end there's like police, but we'll get to that. Just like old nosy people. But it's her property, you know, it's her property. So, and it's her son, right? So I don't have a kid. I just know I would never allow a grown adult talk anyhow to my child. I don't care how old my kid is. Like, we just met you. You're not going to just talk anyway or just treat my son, my daughter anyhow. Like what's going on? You know, she's definitely going to do something. She's definitely going to do something. But this guy, he's actually kind of cute.
Cancer, man. I found pills in his pocket.
I get it.
Okay, the same ones my dad took.
This is totally
For
my
pancreatic
fear.
cancer.
So, a guy with cancer can't be an asshole? Huh. Believe me, I speak from experience.
I can't rip off a guy with cancer. I'm sorry.
Do you know how many of the suckers we've ripped off have sob stories? Every single one of them. Besides, it'll be months before they even realize they've been taken. This guy will already be dead, so please get back in your truck.
So this scene is like, she has that laptop. She's probably going to look him up. Well, she just figured out how to learn. She just learned how to use a search engine. So I don't know if she'll be able to look him up. She's learning what a search engine is, but I think she will do something. And this scene just solidifies that you are a scumbag, dude. Like, yeah, I get it. Like, Walter White was a jerk, right? Like, yeah, and he had cancer. But like, this just solidifies to me that you lost your heart. You really did lose your heart. Like, when Kimmy left you, that part of you left you, and you are like, you're just stone cold. Because the whole time they're arguing, I'm like, you don't need this money, dude. You don't need it. Like it's fine to just bail on this one, you know? And then I didn't like that he said that Jeff's friend is an amateur. He's not an amateur. He's actually really good at his job. And you think, like, Jeff, anything Jeff does, he like, you're going to pull this off of Jeff. But the fact that he is so adamant and he's yelling at them about this. And it's like, dude, why? Why, dude? Like, why? There might be an ulterior motive, you know, like somebody has a theory that he's trying to save money for Kim or something. I don't think so. I think this is just his ego. You know, this slipping, this, you know, pulling off heists, it's like the only thing he has. It's the only thing he has left, you know, and the pleasure he can gain from having the money. So maybe he feels like he has to pull it off. Whatever it is, I think it is his ego. I used to work for a narcissist. I'm not saying that Jimmy is a narcissist. I don't think he is. But I used to work for a narcissist. And the way he ran his office, I didn't understand why he would do the things he would do. Like, there were just some things he would do and practices that he would make us do that I'm like, dude, it doesn't make sense. It's not working. And I got like his financial report and I saw that his income was tanking. Like, all his peers were like starting to enter the millionaire bracket. Like, they were starting to earn $1 million a year, and this dude went from 500,000 a year down to 400, down to 300. I will be surprised if he's even at if he's at $250,000 today. Like, good luck to him. But when I saw that, I was like, there's something wrong with you. This guy has an emotional or ego problem. Once it starts messing with your money, like once something doesn't make logical sense, is what I'm trying to get at. When something doesn't make logical sense, that's when you know is something deeper. Like, you need the therapist. You need to go to therapy or something. Okay, let's see. Let me catch up with the chats. Nah, she's like 90. Maybe she won't know how to. Yes, like she barely learned how to type, you know, how to find the cat videos. Cancer guy was Kevin Sussman, aka Stewart from Big Bang Theory. I didn't watch Big Bang Theory, so he's from something else. He's from something else too. But thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. I'm gonna look up his name and see where else I know him. It's funny how he's calling the actual competent one an amateur. I know, right? I was very offended. I was like, this dude is your only hope. Are you kidding me? His ego is all. Plus, remember, he had a grudge against Walter. Oh, Walt used to punk him. Oh, wait, you're saying Saul Goodman has a grudge against Walter? Oh, explain more. Explain more. Henry says if Gene ends up talking to the cops or turns himself in, it would be pretty cool if he tells everyone that Howard was actually murdered and then he commits suicide. Oh, wow. You know, the showrunner said that the ending would be unexpected, and that would be unexpected. If for Jimmy to come out with the whole entire truth of everything, I wouldn't expect that. Mark says he hated Walter, so he's going to care. He's not going to care about a dying cancer patient. Oh, I didn't realize he hated Walter. Huh, I didn't realize that. I'm going to chew on that. Rapid freelance, waiting until you get to the end. Okay, let's get to the end. So,
Go back to the house and finish the job.
Okay, yeah, and this AMC app sucks really bad. So, let's see if we can skip to another scene. Because now I'm kind of blanking on exactly what happened at the end. Come on, let's go to the next scene.
I mean, I can see both sides, kind of. You know, forget it.
Shut
You're
up,
fired.
Jeff.
Just go. Just give me the camera and go.
All right.
Fine. Good. Go.
On.
We don't need you.
Yes, you do need him. But anyways, let's see what happens next.
And I know. If we're going to do this, we should leave now.
Oh, wait, I just glanced at the chat that this is what Walt would do. And you're right, whoever said that. I think he means when Walter said stuff like, we're done. Oh my gosh, this friggin' AMC Plus sucks. I'm paying $8.99 a month, and the minute the show is over, I'm canceling. Okay, we're done. When I say we're done, I acted all domineering. Yeah, Walter, oh my God, Walter is so toxic. You know what? I might make a video all about Walter White. He is so bad. That's how Walter would treat him. Yeah, no, you're right. No, the way Gene is acting is how Walter would be acting. Oh my gosh. Let me write this down. Kimmy, did you get that? Okay, I'm gonna write this down. This is totally how Walter would be acting. You guys are right. A guy with cancer can't be an asshole, believe me. I know from experience. Maybe Vince is foreshadowing that Gene has cancer. No, I don't think he has cancer because he went to the emergency room. Something would have shown up on the test, you know what I mean? But he was like all good. But who knows? Something unexpected is going to happen by the end of this. AMC Plus messing up as usual. Thank you. See if we can get to the next scene, please. It's so interesting that we always see Jeff in this mirror. I wonder if that means something, you know. All of you film people, all you people who analyze films, tell me what that means. Why do we always see Jeff's eyes in the mirror? What does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, what's going on next? I hope I'm not lagging. Am I lagging? Yeah, I usually can't record AMC Plus for too long. We might have hit our limit. Let's see. Oh, by the way, I loved in this episode how we were coming into the future, out of the future, in past, future, right? Like when the scene is black and white, future. When it's in color, past. Is Breaking Bad. I mean, I loved it. Oh, I loved it. Oh yeah, so this is the episode, if y'all remember from Breaking Bad, there was a scene probably in season 2 in Breaking Bad where um oh my god. Okay, where Saul basically ambushes Walter in his classroom at the school. So that's what this is, right? Like Mike just told him don't get involved with this guy, and Saul was like, you know what? I'm going to get involved with this guy. He meets him at the school. And I just thought, it's just, this, it's not a coincidence. The scene where he's going to go see a dude with cancer, and immediately the scene where you're breaking into the home of the dude with cancer. It just felt like, dude, you don't learn from your mistakes, dude. That's your problem, Jimmy. Like, that's your main problem. You don't learn from your mistakes. And I have this philosophy about people who scam. I feel like people who scam, you can't help but do it. Like, have y'all ever seen the Netflix show, the Simone Leviev, the Tinder swindler? Have you seen the Anna Delvey? There's like the what's that vegan one where the dude was trying to scam this vegan girl? But anyway, these people who scam, they just can't help it. Like, they must scam. It's like they have to scam to survive. They scam like we breathe air, like we drink water. And that's you, Jimmy. Like, because you're not learning from mistakes, like, at all. Like, how many years of life? Like, you're an old man. How many years of life and how many like horrible mistakes have to be made for you to like chill? Like, what has to happen for you to chill the F out? So this is a teaser for the next episode. And I'm sure people are going to analyze, whose lawn is this? Where is this? Who are they picking up? I can't wait I really love the Vivid Kiwi. He always comes up with like great edited videos. But yeah, like at this point, I'm like Chuck. I have Chuck in my head. Like, Chuck was right. I don't know why I hated Chuck. Like, I know why I hated him, but he was right as much as I didn't want him to be right. I don't think Jimmy was ever a good person, but as Gene, he's now completely demoralized. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Was Jimmy ever a good person? I feel like he was. I feel like he did have heart. When he was Jimmy, he had a heart. He wasn't the most ethical person, but he had a heart. But yeah, I feel like that part of him is gone completely. What program am I using to record? Mike, I'm using the free version of StreamYard. That's why in the upper right-hand corner, it has a logo powered by StreamYard. But there is a trick, because you can't just record AMC or Netflix like I'm recording right now. I forgot what trick. I had to Google it. There's a trick that you have to do for it to allow you to do this. Let me catch up with this chat. Jimmy was cool. He wouldn't have let Howard get killed by ignoring Lala like Kim. Saul didn't care about people dying. Neither does Gene. Yes. Yeah, I agree. Jimmy cared. Jimmy cared. Like, there was just more caring in Jimmy. And yeah, Saul doesn't care. Like, Saul just internalized it as that's just what it is. And Gene doesn't give a damn. Chuck was right about Jimmy, though. He constantly hurts people. Yeah, he does. It makes me sad. Even though I hate Chuck, he spoke to... Yep, exactly. Gene breaks in like he broke into Chuck's house and then got arrested. rapid freelance. I'm making a video. I'm a credit all y'all. I'm crediting Rapid Freelance, XYZ Cra, Mark, Mike. All y'all getting credits. Because y'all gave me some good things to chew on. Ooh, that's a good one, Rapid. I'm finna look that up. Mark, the previews are so damn misleading. So the trick with the previews, actually, let me switch over to my YouTube screen. The trick with the previews is that you gotta know that the scene that they're playing and the audio that's playing at the same time it's not the same. Let's see, teasers. Better Call Saul. Let's see if there's any other teasers or if anybody's uploaded something. Let me see. Like, for example, the Bluetooth teaser. Type teaser twice. It's not coming up immediately. But anyway, okay. Ooh, when you're talking about misleading teasers, this is a good one. Hold on. That part, this part. This is what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for him to go to Albuquerque. How many episodes do we have left? Like 2, 3? Does this happen? You know what I mean? Like, so far, I don't know. So far, most of the things in teasers occur, right? But this is a teaser that has not yet occurred. The teaser where Kim is saying the lawyer's oath, that the image of the candle occurred, but not the audio. Let's see if I can pull it up. Teaser, Better Call Saul, lawyer. Okay. This is another teaser that
Kimberly
we're waiting
Wexler,
for.
do solemnly swear that as an attorney and as a counselor of this court, I will conduct myself uprightly and according to law. I will maintain civility at all times and abstain from all offensive personality. I will never seek to mislead the judge or jury by any artifice or false statement of fact or law, and that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
All right, so we saw the candle, but we haven't heard that audio. So Jimmy was always selfish and unethical. He had empathy, at least, though. Yeah. He's now devoid of any empathy or compassion. Yes. Yeah. I agree with that. The writers confirmed that promo is wrong. Oh, this promo is just fake? Not this one. This. Let me get back to it. So this promo is fake? That makes me sad. This promo made me excited. So it's fake. Okay. It's probably the last one. There is no $5 million reward for him. Yeah, you know what? You're correct. If there was a $5 million reward, I think Francesca would have mentioned it, maybe. Or Francesca would have turned him in. Yeah, she would have turned him in. If there was. The teaser from last episode was just something he said to Jeff and his buddy. At least I predicted something right. Let's see. Oh, okay, hold on. Let's check out that one. How do I? Okay, let's see. Okay, so AMC Plus. Oh my God. AMC Plus is so stupid. Okay. Let's check out the end of Nippy. Did he say this to... Hold on. Let's look at this. Let's look at this teaser.
I get it. You get over it, okay? Please, believe me. Before you know it, you forget all about it. Go.
He's talking to Marion, guys. He's talking to Marion. He's trying to make Marion do a slipping, Jimmy. That's the woman's voice, because I was like, who is that woman's voice? Is it Kim? It doesn't sound like Kim. I can't see Kim being that submissive, docile with Jimmy, especially now. He was talking to Marion. Oh, I bet you we're going to hear that audio in the next episode. But this is why the teasers are misleading. Like, what you saw versus what you heard. What you see and what you hear are not related. What we saw, I think, was from this episode when he like finished talking to Francesca and then he was driving and then he decided to drive back and try to call Kim. I think that's what we saw. But what we heard, I think we're going to hear it in the next episode. I think we're going to hear it in episode 12. Let's see. Who wants to bet money? My YouTube channel is small, so I can't do super chats. But if I could do super chats, I would like, I don't know. Maybe that's gambling. Gambling's illegal. Is it illegal on YouTube? Probably. I don't know. People thought he was talking to Kim, but I'm like, I just don't see it. I can't imagine that's Kim. I just can't. After all this time. Or maybe it might be a flashback, but it might be a flashback. But I don't know. It just kind of sounds like Marion. I'm gonna dissect it a little bit more. It sounds like Marion to me. Let me read the chat. The teaser from the last episode was just, okay, the whole point of that teaser is that Kim essentially broke the oath she swore. Yeah, the teaser that I played earlier. Yep. No, you think so? No, that's exactly the point of that teaser. And it explains why she denounced her lawyer license. In the other episode on Twitter, someone asked him why Jeff wouldn't turn him in for $5 million, and they said there isn't one. It was just for the promo. Okay, thank you, Voltaire. Yep, he said it. He said that to Jeff and his friend. Oh, he did? Who's the woman's voice? He said that to Jeff and his friend. But then why is it a feminine voice that we hear? He wasn't talking to Marion. He was talking to Jeff and his friend. It's in the episode we just watched. I got to rewatch it. I got to rewatch it. Why did it sound like a woman's voice? Is that Jeff's voice? I can't. Kim work at the cops. Ziad, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. I'm kind of winding down, but welcome. I hope you subscribe so that you can catch us again and hang out post episode, especially when we only have a few episodes left. There is no woman's voice. Oh Lord. It just sounds like a woman, I guess. Oh, I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I have a clue. I don't have a clue. Okay, guys. So I'm blanking on how many episodes we have left, but it's not many. And I'm hoping to do some kind of live stream probably before the finale. I think I'll have What's Therapy. If you're subscribed to him or if you know of him, I might have him on, and I might have this other guy on. There's two other guys I think I might be able to get on for there's 2 episodes left. Oh my God. Watch next week. Jean will be fine in the first 5 minutes. I know, right? It's the first time I see you, and already I like your review. Thank you. Thank you, Ziad Zin. Subscribe for more. They have wasted a bunch of time on these low rent scams. I know, Voltaire. The fact that we're like watching all these scams in the last episodes, it makes me feel like, I don't know. I'm scared. I'm really scared for the finale. I'm scared that the finale might not be like, like what if it's not good, I'm scared. I am. I'm scared. What if it's not good? I watched the full live. Oh, Zia, thank you so much. Yeah. But just some updates before we all go to bed or before you hop on somebody else's live. I really want to do something with other creators before the finale. So I got a new job. I've been really busy and really tired. I'm also planning a friend's wedding and stuff. So I've not been as active in the Better Call Saul community as I usually am. But I really, really want to do something fun before the finale. And also I want to do something with Courtney's reviews again. Let me message her. We need to do something. We have to do something before the finale. So those are kind of two things to look forward to. So if you're new here, welcome, subscribe. You're going to see more of me and Kimmy and hopefully some other friends. And I might even get my babe on camera. I don't know if he'll ever get on camera. He has to get on camera. It's the finale of this universe. So I don't know who directed this episode, but it's already my favorite. I know who. That's another thing I'm going to research. Who directed this episode? They did a good job. They did a damn good job. Gene is going too far. First, he almost killed that security guard with all them damn Cinnabons. Jeff about busted his head, and now he's plotting on a cancer man. I know. Gene doesn't know when to stop. And I'm wondering, like, does he not fear for getting found out anymore? Or is the thrill, the adrenaline of the heist worth the risk? Is the fact that there's so much risk part of why he's so enthralled? Part of why he's so into it? Thomas Schnoz. That sounds so familiar. He like works on the show, right? He works on the show. Thomas Schnoz sounds really familiar. He's probably like done other episodes. I wonder what other episodes he's done. But yeah, any final words, because I'm gonna hop off and go to bed and probably listen to other people's live streams so I can get more ideas, and hopefully I have time and energy and I make another video kind of hashing out some of the things that we discussed so far this evening. Gene caught and kill himself because he found his Gene life so boring. He is max depressed. Oh, Lalo. Lalo, you would say that. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely look into all the theories that we talked about, and I'm gonna talk with some other Better Call Saul creators. It's not a lot of them. Like, yeah, there are people who are like, you low-key have less than 1,000 subscribers, so like, what do you think you're doing talking to me? Low-key, there's people like that. And so I'm not like, I would love for literally everyone who talks about Better Call Saul on YouTube to get on a live stream. That's my dream. Literally all of us who post regularly about this show, get on a live stream right before the finale. That's my dream. That's my dream. It's probably not going to happen. It's not going to happen, but that was my dream. But I will do the best that I can. It's Saul Goodman. I'm subbed. I'll be back. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mark. It's been great having you. XYZ Crowd, it's been great having you. Lalo, Henry, let me say goodbye, Ziad. Voltaire, anyone else who's still on Rapid Freelance. It's been so fun having y'all. I'm gonna keep doing these live streams. This has been a lot of fun, and you guys gave so many great ideas. You need to make some ad or something. I know. I've been reaching out to these people. That's how I know there's people who like won't even talk to me because I've been reaching out. But that's also how I found out there are people who are actually down to do this, and there are people who they don't collab, but they would actually be down to do this. So I'm going to see what I can make happen. But thank you so much, guys. Have a great night. Let this episode churn in your head, sleep on it, and let's wake up tomorrow with some new theories, because we only have 2 episodes left. And hopefully we'll see Kimmy again. So thank you for subscribing. Make sure you like this so that we can have more people on the live stream next week. And until next time, bye. Good night.